Did you ever wonder why the Bible doesn't tell us what Jesus was doing from ages 12 to 30? Why would such a huge part of his life be left out of history? Well, there are some who say it's not just an oversight, a cover-up to hide the real, shocking truth of Jesus' lost years. That he didn't just grow up in Nazareth, and he wasn't just a carpenter's son. One theory that religious authorities don't want you to consider is that Jesus traveled to India and Tibet. According to legends found in ancient monasteries, he studied with Hindu and Buddhist monks and learned deep spiritual practices like meditation and the art of compassion. Some even say that Jesus became a master of Eastern wisdom, learning secrets that would make him a threat to the religious authorities of his day. Think about it. His teachings about peace, love, detachment from materialism. Sound familiar? These are core principles in Buddhism. Was Jesus preaching messages inspired by the Buddha? And here's where it gets strange. Why would this connection between Jesus and Eastern teachings be hidden? Maybe because it would challenge the authority of those who claimed he was purely a prophet of Israel. If Jesus learned from Eastern teachers, it would mean that Christianity's roots aren't as separate from other religions as the church wants us to believe. Others say Jesus went to Egypt, but not just to hide out from King Herod. No, they say he was trained in Egypt's ancient mystery schools. These were places where the wisest priests guarded secrets about life, death, and the afterlife. Imagine this: Jesus studying with masters who knew the ancient rites of resurrection, spiritual transformation, and even alchemy. These teachings may have given him knowledge that his followers would later see as miracles. Water into wine, healing the sick. Were these divine acts, or was he using sacred techniques learned in Egypt? Could this be why Jesus' missing years were omitted? To protect the story that he was purely the Son of God and not a man trained in earthly wisdom and power. And let's not forget the Essenes, a secretive Jewish sect living near the Dead Sea. Some believe Jesus spent his lost years training with them. The Essenes practiced strict rituals, pursued spiritual purity, and believed the world was on the edge of a cosmic battle between good and evil. Sound familiar? That's because these are the same themes we see in Jesus' later teachings about the kingdom of heaven and the last judgment. If he did study with the Essenes, it would mean his ideas about the end times and purity came from them, not a divine revelation. But here's the real kicker. If Jesus was influenced by the Essenes, it suggests he may have belonged to a secretive brotherhood, a hidden network who had access to ancient prophecies, rituals, and maybe even manuscripts that modern-day Christians have never seen. This might sound like the plot of a fantasy novel, but there's a theory that Jesus actually visited Britain with Joseph of Arimathea, a wealthy relative who was supposedly involved in the tin trade. Yes, Britain. Legends say that Jesus visited Glastonbury, a place long associated with mysticism. What if he was there to learn ancient Druidic secrets? The Druids were known for their reverence for nature and sacred wisdom passed down for generations. What if Jesus gained knowledge from the Druids that later inspired his sermons and his mystical understanding of the world? Think about it. Jesus as a young traveler, crossing borders, learning forbidden knowledge, gathering wisdom from Egypt, India, Tibet, and even Britain. If this is true, his teachings were shaped by every major ancient religion of his time. And if this were widely known, it could shake the very foundation of Christianity as we know it. Was Jesus an interfaith traveler, a mystic with knowledge from all corners of the ancient world, or just an ordinary man? And if he really did know secrets from the East, Egypt, and beyond, why would they be hidden? As always, thank you for your support. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.